Learn to carry yourself with quiet authority. The world often tries to measure your worth based on noise, validation, and attention, but true importance is built in silence. When you stop chasing approval, you begin to command respect naturally. There is power in knowing who you are without needing constant reassurance. Stand firm in your values, even when no one is watching. The moment you decide that your self-worth is not negotiable, everything begins to change. People may not understand your transformation at first, but they will feel it. Presence speaks louder than words, and when you respect yourself deeply, others will have no choice but to follow. Guard your time like it is your most valuable possession, because it truly is. Every moment you waste on things that do not serve your growth is a moment taken from your future. Stoic wisdom teaches that time is the only resource you can never recover. Learn to say no without guilt. Not every invitation deserves your presence, and not every conversation deserves your energy. When you become selective, your life becomes intentional. You begin to move with purpose, and people will notice that your attention is no longer easily accessible. That alone increases your value in ways that words cannot explain. Detach from the need to please everyone. The desire to be liked often leads to self-betrayal. You lower your standards, silence your truth, and compromise your values just to fit in. But the truth is, you lose yourself in the process. Stoicism teaches that you are not responsible for how others perceive you. You are only responsible for your actions and your integrity. When you stop seeking validation, you reclaim your power. Some people may walk away when you stop pleasing them, but those who remain will respect you more deeply. Let your authenticity be your strength, not your weakness. Control your emotions before they control you. A person who cannot manage their reactions is easily manipulated. When you react impulsively, you give others power over your inner world. But when you respond with calmness and clarity, you become unshakable. Stoics believed that external events are beyond our control, but our response is always within our power. Practice discipline in your thoughts and actions. When anger rises, observe it. When fear appears, question it. The more you master your emotions, the less others can disturb your peace. True importance comes from inner stability, not outward chaos. Choose your environment wisely. The people around you either elevate your mindset or drain your energy. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and small thinking, it will eventually shape your identity. But when you align yourself with growth, discipline, and ambition, you begin to rise effortlessly. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of influence. You become what you repeatedly expose yourself to. Protect your mind from toxic energy. Seek conversations that challenge you, not ones that diminish you. Your circle should inspire you to become better, not comfortable with mediocrity. Finally, build a life that speaks for itself. You do not need to announce your importance when your actions already reflect it. Let your discipline, consistency, and character tell your story. When you wake up every day with purpose and move with intention, you create a presence that cannot be ignored. People are drawn to those who know their worth and live accordingly. Stay focused on your growth, and let results be your voice. Importance is not something you demand, it is something you embody. If this message resonated with you and you want more powerful lessons like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Your journey towards strength, discipline, and self-mastery starts here. Lesson: protect your inner peace above all else. Your peace is your greatest asset, yet many people give it away too easily. Every argument, every unnecessary explanation, every attempt to prove yourself drains your energy. Stoic wisdom reminds you that not everything deserves your reaction. When you learn to walk away from chaos instead of engaging with it, you elevate yourself instantly. Silence becomes your shield, and calmness becomes your strength. The more you protect your inner peace, the more powerful you become. People will begin to notice that you are not easily shaken, and that alone sets you apart in a world full of emotional noise. Lesson: speak less, let your actions speak louder. There is strength in restraint. Talking too much often reduces your value because it reveals too much and leaves little to mystery. Stoicism teaches that wise individuals observe more than they speak. When you speak less, your words carry weight. When you act consistently, your results become undeniable. Instead of explaining your plans, execute them. Instead of announcing your goals, achieve them quietly. Let people wonder how you did it. That silent progress creates a presence that commands respect without demanding attention. Lesson: stop seeking external validation. The moment you depend on others to feel important, you give them control over your happiness. Compliments, likes, and approval are temporary. They come and go, and if you rely on them, your confidence will always be unstable. Stoic thinking teaches you to build self-validation from within. Know your worth without needing confirmation. When you truly believe in yourself, you no longer chase attention. Instead, attention naturally comes to you. This shift changes everything. You move differently, think differently, and carry yourself with a confidence that cannot be faked. Lesson: embrace discipline over comfort. Comfort is seductive, but it keeps you stagnant. Growth only happens when you challenge yourself beyond what feels easy. Stoics believed in voluntary discomfort as a way to build resilience. When you choose discipline over comfort, you develop strength that most people lack. Wake up earlier, push yourself harder, and do the things others avoid. Each small act of discipline builds your character. Over time, you become someone who can handle pressure, overcome obstacles, and stay focused when others quit. That level of self-control naturally elevates your importance. Lesson: accept what you cannot control. One of the greatest sources of frustration is trying to control things that are beyond your reach. Other people's opinions, unexpected events, and life's uncertainties will always exist. Stoicism teaches acceptance, not as weakness, but as wisdom. When you accept what you cannot change, you free your mind from unnecessary stress. You redirect your energy toward what truly matters: your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions. This mindset makes you calmer, sharper, and more focused. People who master this become unbreakable because they are not constantly fighting reality. Lesson: build unshakable self-respect. Everything begins with how you see yourself. If you tolerate disrespect, neglect your growth, or compromise your values, others will do the same. But when you hold yourself to a higher standard, the world adjusts accordingly. Self-respect is built through consistency. Keep your promises to yourself. Set boundaries and enforce them. Walk away from anything that diminishes your worth. The more you honor yourself, the more others will respect you. This is how you become important without ever needing to say it. Lesson: be comfortable standing alone. There will be moments when your growth separates you from others. Not everyone will understand your mindset, your discipline, or your vision. And that is perfectly fine. Stoicism teaches that strength often comes from solitude. When you are comfortable being alone, you are no longer afraid of losing people. You make decisions based on what is right, not what is popular. This independence is rare, and it makes you powerful. You stop lowering yourself to fit in, and instead, you rise to become who you are meant to be. If these lessons are opening your mind and helping you see your true worth, then you are on the right path. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful insights that will transform your mindset, strengthen your discipline, and help you rise above the ordinary. Lesson: master the art of patience. In a world that demands instant results, patience has become a rare form of strength. Many people give up too quickly because they cannot see immediate progress. But Stoic wisdom teaches that anything truly valuable takes time. When you learn to wait without frustration and work without constant reward, you build a quiet resilience that others lack. Patience is not weakness, it is control. It allows you to stay focused when others panic, to remain steady when others quit. Over time, this calm persistence separates you from the crowd and places you in a position of quiet power. Lesson: do not explain yourself to everyone. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, your plans, or your reasons. The more you explain yourself, the more you open the door for judgment, doubt, and unnecessary opinions. Stoics believed in clarity of purpose, not constant justification. When you are sure of who you are and what you stand for, you do not feel the need to defend it to everyone. Move with certainty. Let people misunderstand you if they choose to. Your life is not a debate, and your decisions do not require universal approval. This mindset alone will elevate your confidence and protect your focus. Lesson: turn pain into power. Life will test you. There will be moments of failure, rejection, and disappointment. But what defines you is not the pain itself, it is how you respond to it. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are opportunities in disguise. Every hardship carries a lesson, and every setback carries the seed of growth. Instead of complaining, reflect. Instead of breaking down, build yourself up. When you begin to see pain as a teacher rather than an enemy, you become unstoppable. Your struggles become your strength, and your past becomes the foundation of your power. Lesson: focus on what truly matters. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, gossip, meaningless conversations, and endless noise compete for your attention daily. But not everything deserves your focus. Stoic philosophy teaches you to simplify your life and concentrate on what truly matters. Your goals, your growth, your peace, and your purpose should always come first. When you eliminate distractions, your mind becomes sharper and your actions become more effective. You stop wasting energy and start creating real progress. This level of focus is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Lesson: maintain dignity in all situations. No matter what happens, never lose your composure. Whether you are faced with disrespect, failure, or success, your dignity must remain intact. Stoics believed that your character is your true identity. Anyone can act well when things are easy, but it takes strength to remain calm and respectful under pressure. When you maintain your dignity, you show the world that you are in control of yourself. You do not stoop to negativity, and you do not let circumstances define you. This quiet strength makes you stand out in a powerful way. Lesson: keep improving in silence. The strongest transformations happen away from the spotlight. You do not need to broadcast every step of your journey. In fact, silence often protects your growth. Stoicism values inner progress over external recognition. Work on yourself daily without seeking applause. Improve your mindset, your habits, and your discipline quietly. Then, when results begin to show, they will speak louder than anything you could have said. This approach builds authenticity and keeps you grounded. It reminds you that your journey is about becoming better, not being seen. Lesson: know when to walk away. One of the most powerful things you can do is walk away from what no longer serves you. Whether it is toxic relationships, unhealthy environments, or situations that drain your energy, staying too long only lowers your value. Stoics understood the importance of choosing peace over attachment. Walking away is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of self-respect. It shows that you value your time, your energy, and your well-being. The moment you start choosing yourself, your life begins to change in ways you never imagined. If you are still here, it means you are ready to rise above average thinking and step into a higher version of yourself. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic lessons that will sharpen your mind, strengthen your character, and help you become truly unstoppable. Lesson: stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a silent destroyer of confidence. The moment you measure your progress against someone else's journey, you lose sight of your own path. Stoic philosophy teaches that every individual has a unique timeline, shaped by different challenges and opportunities. When you compare, you create unnecessary pressure and dissatisfaction. Instead, focus on your own growth. Measure your progress by who you were yesterday, not by who someone else is today. When you eliminate comparison, you gain clarity, confidence, and direction. You begin to move with purpose instead of insecurity, and that shift alone elevates your presence. Lesson: develop emotional independence. Your emotional state should not depend on how others treat you. If someone ignores you, disrespects you, or fails to appreciate you, it should not shake your inner balance. Stoicism teaches that your emotions are your responsibility. When you depend on others for happiness, you give them control over your peace. But when you become emotionally independent, you take that control back. You remain steady regardless of external behavior. This strength makes you resilient and difficult to manipulate. People who cannot control your emotions cannot control you. Lesson: be selective with your energy. Your energy is limited, and where you invest it determines the quality of your life. Not every situation deserves your attention, and not every person deserves your effort. Stoic wisdom encourages you to be intentional with your energy. Focus on what aligns with your growth and your values. Let go of draining conversations, unnecessary conflicts, and negative environments. When you become selective, your energy becomes more powerful. You begin to show up stronger, think clearer, and act with purpose. This discipline naturally raises your level of importance. Lesson: accept criticism without losing yourself. Criticism is inevitable, especially when you begin to grow. Some people will misunderstand you, doubt you, or try to bring you down. Stoicism teaches you to separate useful criticism from empty noise. Learn from what is constructive, and ignore what is not. Do not let opinions define your identity. Stay grounded in your values and your purpose. When you handle criticism with calmness and clarity, you demonstrate strength. You show that you are focused on growth, not approval. This ability makes you stand out as someone who cannot be easily shaken. Lesson: build a strong mindset daily. Strength is not built in a single moment, it is built through daily effort. Every thought you entertain, every habit you repeat, and every decision you make shapes your mindset. Stoics believed in constant self-improvement. Read, reflect, and challenge your thinking regularly. Train your mind to stay disciplined, focused, and resilient. When your mindset becomes strong, everything else follows. You handle challenges better, make smarter decisions, and maintain control in difficult situations. This inner strength is what makes you truly important. Lesson: avoid the need to impress. Trying to impress others often leads to overexposure, insecurity, and unnecessary pressure. Stoicism teaches that true value does not need to be displayed constantly. When you focus on impressing yourself through growth and discipline, you naturally gain respect from others. Let your lifestyle, your consistency, and your results speak for you. The less you try to impress, the more authentic you become. And authenticity is rare. It draws people in without effort and builds a level of respect that cannot be forced. Lesson: stay grounded no matter your progress. As you grow and improve, it is easy to become arrogant or lose touch with reality. But Stoic philosophy emphasizes humility. No matter how far you go, always remember that there is more to learn. Stay grounded in your values. Treat others with respect, and never let success change your character. True importance is not just about rising, it is about staying balanced while you rise. When you remain humble, you maintain clarity, and that clarity keeps you moving forward without losing yourself. If you have made it this far, you are not just listening, you are transforming. This is how real growth begins. Subscribe to the channel for more deep and powerful lessons that will continue to shape your mindset, strengthen your discipline, and guide you toward becoming a person of true value and unshakable presence. Lesson: take full responsibility for your life. The moment you stop blaming others, your past, or your circumstances, you step into real power. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control everything that happens to you, you are always responsible for how you respond. Blame keeps you stuck, but responsibility moves you forward. When you take ownership of your decisions, your habits, and your outcomes, you begin to shape your life intentionally. This mindset separates leaders from followers. You stop waiting for change and start creating it. That level of accountability builds confidence, strength, and a sense of control that cannot be taken away. Lesson: practice silence in moments of anger. Anger can destroy in seconds what took years to build. Words spoken in emotion often lead to regret. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of restraint. When you feel anger rising, pause. Say less. Give yourself time to think before you respond. Silence in these moments is not weakness, it is discipline. It shows that you are in control of your emotions, not controlled by them. Over time, this habit protects your relationships, your reputation, and your peace of mind. A calm response carries far more power than an emotional reaction ever could. Lesson: focus on your character, not your image. Many people spend their lives trying to look important instead of becoming important. They focus on appearance, status, and perception. But Stoicism teaches that true value lies in character. Who you are when no one is watching matters more than how you appear in public. Build integrity, honesty, and discipline. These qualities create a foundation that cannot be shaken. Image fades, but character remains. When your character is strong, your presence speaks for itself. You do not need to convince anyone of your worth because it is evident in everything you do. Lesson: learn to be content while growing. Ambition is important, but so is contentment. Many people live in constant dissatisfaction, always chasing the next goal without appreciating what they already have. Stoics believed in finding balance. Be grateful for your current position while still striving for improvement. This mindset brings peace without killing your drive. You enjoy the journey instead of rushing through it. When you are content, you think clearly, act wisely, and make better decisions. This balance creates a stable and powerful mindset that attracts respect and success naturally. Lesson: do not fear being misunderstood. Not everyone will understand your journey, your decisions, or your mindset. And that is okay. Stoicism teaches that you do not need universal approval to live a meaningful life. When you try to make everyone understand you, you dilute your authenticity. Stay true to your path, even if it means standing alone at times. People will form opinions regardless of what you do. Let them. Focus on living with integrity and purpose. Over time, those who matter will see your vision. and those who do not were never meant to walk your path with you. Lesson: strengthen your mind through adversity. Difficult moments are not there to break you, they are there to build you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger mentally and emotionally. Stoicism teaches that adversity is a necessary part of life. Instead of avoiding it, embrace it. Each obstacle you overcome increases your resilience. Each hardship you endure sharpens your perspective. When you start seeing challenges as training rather than punishment, you become fearless. You understand that no matter what happens, you have the strength to handle it. Lesson: live with purpose every day. Waking up without direction leads to a life of distraction and regret. Stoic philosophy encourages intentional living. Know what you are working toward and why it matters to you. Set clear goals and align your actions with them daily. When you live with purpose, your time becomes meaningful, your efforts become focused, and your life gains direction. You no longer drift through days, you move with intention. This clarity gives you an edge that most people lack. It makes you disciplined, consistent, and impossible to ignore. If you are committed to becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined every single day, then you are exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic lessons that will continue to transform your mindset, elevate your standards, and help you become a person of true importance and lasting impact. Lesson: control your desires. Most people are not defeated by life, they're defeated by their own uncontrolled desires. The constant need for more attention, more comfort, more validation, keeps them restless and dissatisfied. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from mastering your desires, not feeding them endlessly. When you learn to want less, you gain more control over your life. You are no longer easily influenced or distracted. You become focused, disciplined, and self-sufficient. This inner control makes you powerful because your happiness is no longer dependent on external things. Lesson: stay consistent when no one is watching. Anyone can act disciplined when there is an audience, but true strength is revealed in private. What you do when no one is watching defines who you really are. Stoic philosophy emphasizes integrity and consistency. Show up for yourself daily, even when you do not feel like it. Keep your standards high, even in silence. These small, unseen efforts compound over time and create a version of you that stands out effortlessly. When your discipline is consistent, your results become inevitable. Lesson: let go of the past. Holding on to past mistakes, regrets, or pain only keeps you trapped. Stoicism teaches that the past is beyond your control, and dwelling on it serves no purpose. Learn from it, but do not live in it. Every moment you spend looking backward is a moment you lose moving forward. Release what no longer serves you and focus on what you can do now. When you let go, you create space for growth, clarity, and new opportunities. Your future becomes stronger the moment you stop being held back by your past. Lesson: be unbothered by opinions. People will always have something to say. Whether you succeed or fail, someone will judge you. Stoic wisdom reminds you that opinions are not facts. They're reflections of other people's perspectives, not your reality. When you stop taking everything personally, you become mentally free. You no longer waste energy trying to control how others see you. Instead, you focus on living in alignment with your values. This independence gives you confidence and peace that cannot be shaken by external noise. Lesson: build mental toughness. Life will challenge you in ways you cannot predict. Without mental toughness, even small obstacles can feel overwhelming. Stoicism teaches you to train your mind to endure discomfort and remain steady under pressure. Face challenges directly. Do not avoid difficulty, Embrace it each time you push through something hard, you strengthen your resilience. Over time, what once seemed impossible becomes manageable. This mental strength becomes your advantage in a world where many give up too easily. Lesson: avoid overthinking. Overthinking creates problems that do not exist. It drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and keeps you stuck in indecision. Stoic philosophy encourages clarity and action. Focus on what you can control and take the next step. Not everything needs to be analyzed endlessly. Sometimes, the best move is simply to act. When you reduce overthinking, you become more decisive, more confident, and more effective. You move forward while others remain stuck in their own thoughts. Lesson: respect yourself enough to set boundaries. If you do not set boundaries, people will take advantage of your time, your energy, and your kindness. Stoicism teaches self-respect through discipline and clarity. Know your limits and enforce them without guilt. You do not need to overextend yourself to please others. Saying no is not rude, it is necessary. When you respect your own boundaries, others learn to respect them too. This protects your peace and allows you to focus on what truly matters in your life. If you are still listening, you are building a mindset that most people will never develop. This is the path of strength, discipline, and true self-mastery. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic lessons that will continue to sharpen your mind, elevate your standards, and help you become a person of undeniable importance. Lesson: train yourself to stay calm under pressure. Pressure reveals who you truly are. In difficult moments, most people panic, react emotionally, and lose control. But Stoic philosophy teaches that calmness is a skill that can be trained. When you remain composed under pressure, you think clearly and act wisely. You do not allow circumstances to dictate your behavior. Instead, you maintain control of your mind. This ability makes you reliable, respected, and powerful. People naturally trust those who stay steady when everything around them is chaotic. Lesson: stop chasing, start attracting. Chasing people, attention, or opportunities often lowers your value. It signals desperation and lack of self-worth. Stoicism teaches that when you focus on becoming better, you naturally attract what is meant for you. Build your skills, strengthen your mindset, and improve your life quietly. The right people and opportunities will find you. When you stop chasing and start growing, your energy shifts. You become someone others are drawn to, not someone seeking approval. Lesson: accept loneliness as part of growth. Growth often comes with isolation. As you begin to think differently and act with more discipline, you may find that fewer people understand you. This can feel lonely, but it is part of the process. Stoic wisdom reminds you that solitude is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is in these quiet moments that you discover yourself, refine your thoughts, and build inner strength. When you become comfortable with your own company, you gain independence that few people ever achieve. Lesson: be ruthless with your priorities. Not everything deserves a place in your life. Time is limited, and your priorities determine your future. Stoicism teaches you to focus on what truly matters and eliminate the rest. Be ruthless with distractions, time wasters, and anything that does not align with your goals. When you simplify your life, your focus sharpens. You begin to make faster progress because your energy is directed toward what truly counts. This level of clarity separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. Lesson: learn to adapt without complaining. Life will not always go according to your plans. Unexpected challenges, delays, and changes are inevitable. Stoic philosophy teaches adaptability. Instead of complaining, adjust. Instead of resisting, Find a way forward. Complaining wastes energy, while adaptation creates solutions. When you develop this mindset, you become flexible and resilient. You are no longer thrown off by change. Instead, you use it to your advantage. This ability makes you strong in a world that constantly shifts. Lesson: do not attach your worth to outcomes. Many people tie their self-worth to success or failure. When they succeed, they feel valuable. When they fail, they feel worthless. Stoicism teaches a different approach. Your worth is not determined by outcomes, but by your effort and your character. Focus on doing your best, staying disciplined, and acting with integrity. Results will come and go, but who you are remains constant. This mindset frees you from emotional highs and lows and keeps you grounded in all situations. Lesson: stay focused even when it gets boring. Not every part of the journey is exciting. There will be days when progress feels slow and motivation feels low. But Stoicism teaches consistency over excitement. The ability to stay focused during boring, repetitive moments is what leads to mastery. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Discipline in these quiet moments builds a foundation that cannot be shaken. Over time, these small efforts create massive results that others will admire but never fully understand. If you have followed this journey to this point, you are building a mindset that is rare and powerful. This is how you rise above the ordinary and step into your true potential. Subscribe to this channel for more deep Stoic lessons that will continue to guide you, strengthen you, and help you become a person of true importance and lasting impact. Lesson: do not let comfort make you weak. Comfort feels good, but too much of it slowly weakens your mind and your will. Teaches consistency over excitement. The ability to stay focused during boring, repetitive moments is what leads to mastery. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Discipline in these quiet moments builds a foundation that cannot be shaken. Over time, these small efforts create massive results that others will admire but never fully understand. If you have followed this journey to this point, you are building a mindset that is rare and powerful. This is how you rise above the ordinary and step into your true potential. Subscribe to this channel for more deep Stoic lessons that will continue to guide you, strengthen you, and help you become a person of true importance and lasting impact. Lesson: do not let comfort make you weak. Comfort feels good, but too much of it slowly weakens your mind and your will. When everything is easy, you stop growing. Stoicism teaches the value of voluntary discomfort, choosing challenges even when you don't have to push yourself beyond what feels convenient. Take the harder path when it builds your strength. Wake up early, stay disciplined, and face what others avoid. These moments of discomfort forge resilience. Over time, you become someone who can handle difficulty without breaking, and that strength makes you stand out. Lesson: control your reactions, not people. Trying to control others is a losing battle. You cannot force people to think, act, or behave the way you want. But you can control how you respond. Stoic philosophy emphasizes this simple but powerful truth. When you stop trying to control people and start mastering your reactions, you gain peace. You are no longer frustrated by things outside your control. Instead, you remain steady, focused, and in charge of your own behavior. This shift gives you emotional freedom and a level of maturity that commands respect. Lesson: invest in yourself relentlessly. The best investment you will ever make is in yourself. Your knowledge, your skills, your mindset, these are assets that no one can take away from you. Stoicism encourages continuous self-improvement. Read more, learn more, and grow more every single day. Do not wait for opportunities, prepare for them. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become. And when your value increases, your opportunities expand naturally. This is how you build a life that reflects your true potential. Lesson: be careful who you trust. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. Some people come into your life to benefit from you, not to grow with you. Stoicism teaches awareness and caution. Observe people's actions, not just their words. Trust should be earned over time, not given easily. When you become more selective with your trust, you protect your energy and your peace. This does not mean becoming cold, it means becoming wise. The right people will prove themselves through consistency and loyalty. Lesson: do not fear failure. Fear of failure keeps many people stuck in the same place for years. They avoid risks, miss opportunities, and settle for less than they deserve. Stoicism teaches that failure is not something to fear, but something to learn from. Every mistake carries a lesson. Every setback provides experience. When you change your perspective, failure becomes part of your growth, not a barrier to it. This mindset gives you the courage to try, to move, and to improve without being held back by fear. Lesson: stay true to your principles. Your principles are your foundation. They guide your decisions and shape your character. Stoic philosophy teaches that no matter the situation, you should remain true to your values. Do not compromise your integrity for temporary gain. Do not lower your standards to fit in. When you stand by your principles, you build a reputation of strength and reliability. People may not always agree with you, but they will respect you. And that respect is far more valuable than approval. Lesson: create a life you are proud of. At the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. You are the one who has to live with your choices, your actions, and your results. Stoicism encourages you to live intentionally. Make decisions that align with your values and your long-term vision. Build habits that move you forward. Surround yourself with what inspires growth. When you live with purpose and discipline, you create a life that you can be proud of, and that pride is not based on what others think, but on what you know you have built. If you are still here, it means you are serious about becoming better, stronger, and more disciplined. This is not just motivation, this is transformation. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic lessons that will continue to shape your mindset, elevate your life, and help you become a person of true importance and lasting influence. Lesson: stop waiting for the perfect moment. Perfection is an illusion that keeps people stuck. Many wait for the right time, the right conditions, or the right feeling before they take action. But Stoicism teaches that action creates clarity, not the other way around. The longer you wait, the more doubt grows. Start where you are, with what you have. Progress begins the moment you move. You do not need everything to be perfect, you just need to begin. Those who take action rise, while those who wait remain in the same place. Lesson: be strong enough to let go. Attachment can become a weakness when it keeps you tied to things that no longer serve you. Whether it is a person, a habit, or a past identity, holding on can limit your growth. Stoic philosophy teaches detachment, not from caring, but from clinging. Learn to release what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Letting go creates space for something better. It allows you to evolve without being held back by what used to be. Lesson: discipline your mind against negativity. Your mind is constantly being influenced by what you consume and what you think. Negative thoughts, if left unchecked, can shape your entire reality. Stoicism teaches awareness and control over your thoughts. Do not entertain ideas that weaken you. Replace negativity with clarity and purpose. Train your mind to focus on solutions, not problems. The more disciplined your thinking becomes, the more powerful your actions will be. Lesson: Value depth over superficiality. A meaningful life is not built on shallow connections or surface-level achievements. Stoicism encourages depth, in thought, in relationships, and in purpose. Seek quality over quantity. Have fewer but deeper conversations. Build fewer but stronger relationships. Focus on meaningful progress instead of temporary appearances. When you value depth, your life becomes richer, more intentional, and far more fulfilling. Lesson: accept that not everyone will stay. People come and go, and that is part of life. Trying to hold on to everyone often leads to disappointment. Stoic wisdom teaches acceptance. Some people are meant to be part of your journey for a season, not forever. Appreciate what they brought into your life, but do not lose yourself trying to keep them. When you accept this, you become emotionally stronger. You stop fearing loss and start valuing growth. Lesson: strength comes from within. True strength is not about physical power or external success. It is about inner stability. Stoicism teaches that your strength comes from your mindset, your discipline, and your ability to remain steady in all situations. When you build this inner foundation, nothing outside of you can easily break you. You become self-reliant, confident, and resilient. This is the kind of strength that lasts. Lesson: never settle for less than your potential. You are capable of far more than you realize. But if you settle for comfort, fear, or mediocrity, you will never discover your true potential. Stoicism pushes you to rise above excuses and limitations. Demand more from yourself. Set higher standards. Refuse to stay where you are if you know you can grow. This mindset drives you forward and separates you from those who accept average. When you commit to your potential, your life transforms. If you have stayed through this entire journey, then you are not just listening, you are evolving. This is how real change begins. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic teachings that will continue to sharpen your mind, strengthen your discipline, and guide you toward becoming a person of true importance and unstoppable presence.